Well, whenever we were on the phone the other day, you said something about, I mean, we're talking about choices here, in our life, and we all make choices. And it sounds like you've made, part of your being a good teacher is that you said you've gone through lots of different things. And so you try to help your students, maybe perhaps avoid those things. But
Mhm.
you said that there was one choice in your life that changed the trajectory of it. But you didn't tell me what it was. So I'm curious. What was that, and what did you learn from that?
Sure. Um, so when I was in college, so I went to college in Vermont, Military College of Vermont, and I had a choice I had to make, which was either to be Army or to enlist in the Army. And my whole life, I had this idea that I was going to enlist in the Army, which for some people that are familiar with the difference, officers on the leadership side, enlisted, you start at the bottom and work your way to the top kind of leadership. So I had it in my mind that I was going to enlist in the military. And um, when it came time to make that choice, I had several factors that I made the choice to become an officer, not because it's what I thought it was the right thing to do, but because of what and I don't hold this against them, but what my family wanted me to do. And
Mm,
I have regretted that decision my entire life. And it
mm,
absolutely changed the trajectory of my life. Um, but I say that now only knowing the path that I went down. And that's part of it. I will never know what that other path or where that other path might have taken me. Um, and, parts of me are like, oh man, grass is always greener, of course, but where would life have taken me had I gone down that path? And so, here I am today, uh, almost 20 years later after that decision, um, and I think about that almost daily. And
mm.
it's a good thing. My wife and I talk about this all the time, and she keeps me honest and straight and everything about hey, you got to remember that things change every day, and you have to live with the decisions you make, but make better decisions based on good information, not
Mhm,
necessarily emotional information.
mhm.
um, and that was an emotional decision that I made for other people instead of myself. Not that that's always the wrong answer, but at that point it was not the right answer for me. And here I
Mhm.
am 20 years later, still possibly regretting that decision. So I try not to uh, let those things and let other people's necessarily opinions drive my focus and my desires in life. And I think that's important. That's important for all of us, especially as shooters. Um,
Yeah.
you know, I've I have I have followed friends across deserts and seas and the entire world in the pursuit of fortune and glory. And here I am today now, doing things that I want to do, not necessarily what anyone else wants to do. And I think that's important for us to recognize what our goals are, what our wants are, especially in shooting. You know, what kind of shooter do you want to be? What kind of
Mhm,
defender do you want to be? You know, do you want to be the greatest person living with a handgun? Then this is what it takes. Do you want
yeah.
to be, the guy that can shoot a baseball at a mile? Well, okay, but this is the decision that you're going to make, and this is how it's going to take you to different places. So like I
Mhm.
said, I think about that every day, and I try not to repeat the mistakes of my past, and hopefully not build up more regret over time. um,
Well, AJ, it's led you to us, and we're incredibly grateful for that.
well,
So
thank you.
so I don't think it was a mistake.
That's what my wife tells me all the time as well.
Well, she is smart. You should listen to her.
She is. I know. I really should.